Hey there, great to see you. It's your boss's worst nightmare, Ozzy here, founder of whensmytime.com. How are you doing? Look, some time ago, I took a decision, or many years ago in fact, I took a decision that I was never going to stop learning. I think there's something to be learned every day. Every day, new things occur, you come across new concepts, whatever it is, you should really carry on learning. Now, that learning can take different forms. For me, some of it is purely for pleasure. I'll be sort of a historical documentary. It's doubtful that I'd ever use it in my day-to-day life, but I love to watch historical documentaries. The natural history, fascinated by natural history. Again, it is not of any practical use to me, but it enriches me. Now, on the other side of the scale, there are other things that can have a practical effect, whether it's related to my business or whether it's related to just developing this, from a personal development point of view. And I had an instance of that this week. Just lately, I've been very fortunate to be in the position of reviewing some training that's not yet on general release. I'll tell you more about this another day, but some training that's not yet on general release that is designed to help you both in your personal development and in your business. It's much aligned to what I'm doing here with whensmytime.com. Now, one of the lessons that I learned only this last week from Sam, the guy who's put this together, and again, I'll talk about him another day. Sam has a lesson on how to deal with any situation in life, and it's a simple three-step process. The first step is to accept it. The situation is the situation. Get used to it, suck it up, accept it. As soon as you can do that, rather than going into all sorts of histrionics and banging the drum and complaining and whinging and whining about it, accept it. The situation is the situation. Once you do that, that puts you in control. You're controlling the situation isn't controlling you. Then, what you have to do, having accepted it, is, okay, look at the situation, and you will find, whatever it is, you will find something good in there. So the next step is to, what he says, is harvest the best. And once you've done that, you'll find that there's also some crappy stuff in there. And the next step is to forgive the rest. So it's number one, accept it. Number two, harvest the best. Number three, forgive the rest. Okay, got that. Simple three-step process. Now, I watched the training video on that. Obviously, Sam goes into much more detail on that, but I'm just giving you that background to show you the purpose of the story and how this has worked for me. I watched that a couple of days ago, and I thought, yeah, that makes total sense. Last evening, a young chap was visiting a neighbour of ours, and he had this very large army surplus truck that he was driving. Very large. Anyway, having visited the neighbour, he reversed out, and he reversed straight in to the passenger side door of my car. There was a tap on the door, and Carol answered it and said, Ozzy, Carol's my wife, by the way, if you don't know that already, said, Ozzy, you'd better come. This guy's run into your car. Now, she said that not exactly with trepidation, but probably concerned, because she would know how I would typically have reacted to that. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not one for confrontation. I won't avoid confrontation at all costs, but I don't go and seek it out. And so, and I can tell you, in the old days though, a situation like that would have, shall we say, upset me. I would have got a bit wound up, het up, probably said, not aggressively, but probably have said some things that I've regretted later, and maybe even had a sleepless night after it. And I would let the situation was controlling me, it would control me. But last night, not even consciously, this stuff had soaked into me. I went out, shook the guy's hand, realised that, hey, he could have I hadn't heard the incident. He could have driven off. He didn't have to come and knock on my door and say, look, I'm dreadfully sorry, I've just hit your car. What can we do to sort it out? But anyway, so I was harvesting, do you see, I was harvesting the best there. I went out, shook his hand and said, okay, let's sort this out then. And we exchanged details, and that was pretty much it. And he, as he went to leave, I shook his hand again and said to him, and I meant it, I said, I hope the rest of your evening turns out better for you than this. And I do. I did mean that. I did hope that his evening improved from there, because I know, you know, when you sort of crunch the car, you think, oh gosh, it really does sicken you, doesn't it? You know, you think, oh, what a fool I've been. So stupid. Something instantaneous. But hey, look, in this situation, nobody had been hurt. It's easily going to be fixed. Everything's good. So I'd accepted the situation. He'd hit my car, nothing could change that, so no point getting upset about it. I'd harvested the best. I'd realised and recognised that he'd been an honest young fella, come and owned up immediately to what he'd done, and had he not done that, I wouldn't have known who'd done the damage. So I'd harvested the best, and I certainly forgave the rest. There wasn't much else to forgive, because he'd done the right thing. And last night, instead of having a sleepless night, I slept like a baby. So I'd urge you to take that on board. When anything crops up that perhaps would ordinarily upset your equilibrium, that's when the situation is starting to control you, rather than you controlling it. But if you simply accept it, now it doesn't mean to say you've got to approve of it, but if you accept it and say, right, this is the situation, there's nothing I can do to stop that situation arising, but let's see what we can do from here on in, having accepted it, how we then harvest the best and forgive the rest. Because that puts you in total control of that situation. Look, I hope that's helped, and if it has, that you'll leave me a comment below. And subscribe to this channel if you're watching on YouTube. That way, anytime I upload a new video, you'll be notified. And if you'd like to tell me more about how that's helped you, you can always drop me an email at aussie@whensmytime.com. That's aussie@whensmytime.com. I'll see you soon in another When's My Time video. And don't forget, your time is now.